Hello, my people, and welcome to today's Gold Rush Daily, whereby we are looking at gold analysis today, being Friday, the 19th of September, 2025, the last day of the week. So today we don't have any high impact news for the dollar index. So let's jump straight to the charts. So first of all, let me begin by highlighting this particular entry. This entry here is quite precise. I got it during from the 1 hour time frame. All right, I mean from the 1 minute time frame where I had seen here change of character. Then the price retraced to this particular point. I missed this entry here, but now when you come to the 5 minutes time frame again, you see the change of character for the 5 minutes time frame is here, right here, this candle. Then now we see the price retrace again to this particular OB. Okay, so then now we have our entry at that particular point, and then from there we have been seeing the price drop. Nevertheless, if you had missed that, still could have gotten another one here. We have a break of structure. We have the order block here, right? We have that particular order block there, and we see the price dropping, and from that point maybe to this point, right, about 96 pips, almost now going to like 100 pips. But this was a perfect one. I got those particular number of pips. Even here, this is a BOS. Then we have a break of structure. I mean, we have a BOS here. We have the price come to this OB, and now it's pushing on the downside. All right. So, if you look at it, maybe from this point to this particular point, it's about 100 pips. So it's likely to come all the way to this particular level, right? All the way to this particular level. That's looking at it, that engulfing, so which is likely to give us that drop from that particular point. Okay, so that's what I'm anticipating here. So that said, let's maybe probably look at the daily time frame. We see what we had yesterday. So from the daily time frame yesterday, we were bearish. The price closed as bearish, but we had some buys here. I think this was propelled by Trump yesterday. Trump made a speech yesterday, I think at around 4 p.m., right, in the evening, talking about Russia and Ukraine. And we saw gold drop. We saw several pairs like GBP USD drop, Euro USD drop, right? USD JPY pushing up. So that was the reason for this drop. But from here, we started seeing a price that reject from this particular level. So what are we seeing today? So look at this pattern here. We have this candle, the first one here. We have the second one here, which was the manipulative candle that took out the liquidities. Then this candle closing as a sell candle. So giving us a bias that most likely, right? Remember, this is the bias. Bias doesn't mean that it's 100%. That most likely today we're going to be seeing a bearish prices, okay? But how are we going to be positioning ourselves, all right? How to position ourselves is basically looking at some levels that the price is likely to retrace to, okay? So, and when you look at this particular 4 hour time frame, what we are seeing here is another trend trying to form along this particular level. We are seeing another trend line trying to form along this particular point. So meaning that these might hold the prices maybe further on the downside. Okay. So when we look at it from the 1 hour time frame, right, you see this trend line here has been holding prices. Okay, it has been holding prices from going up. So if you look at it from this particular point, there is this level here, right? Even though from the 1 hour time frame it doesn't look like it doesn't appear BOS here, but let's go to the lower time frame, maybe 15 minutes time frame, so that you can see what I'm talking about. But even before we go to that, from the 1 hour time frame, what we are seeing here price doing is price is creating lower lows and lower highs. You see that price is creating lower lows and lower highs, meaning we might push on the downside for some time. So when you come to the 1 hour, the 15 minutes time frame, now this level makes sense because there we have a BOS. So we are expecting the price to come to this level. Actually, that's what I was anticipating today morning, the price to come to this level so that now I can be looking for buying opportunity, for selling opportunities. Okay. But from that, what we just saw is price coming to around this particular point here. This is a fair value gap. If you look at it here, this is a fair value gap. Let me mark it for you. That's a fair value gap. But again, I did not like really was using this fair value gap, but I also looked at these here. This was a bullish level here. We had a bullish, a bearish engulfing, right? We have, I mean, an order block which was broken, again broken, so price coming there again. So I anticipated some sort of retest from that particular point. Okay, so combining those now giving us a confluence of price retracing from this particular zone here. Okay, so but nevertheless, so because I don't trade the fair value gaps, the reason why I waited for the price to give me a change of character. Of course, anytime the price is reversing, it gives a change of character from the lower time frame. The reason why I had to go to the 1 minute time frame, look for the change of character, and also the 5 minutes time frame, and look at the change of character, or when the price is giving me some signs of reversals. Okay, so from what we are looking at this particular point, remember this is the level where from this particular point, this is the level where the price took out these liquidities today, right? To took out the liquidities today. Um, these liquidities here then pushed up, and what we are seeing here is a potential push on the downside. Okay, so I'm looking first of all, if it's going to push more on the downside here, I'll be looking at this particular level, right? So I'll be looking at this particular level. That's why we have the OB, this one, all right? This one, even though we had this candle take out liquidities, which now makes this level not really high probability. Okay, so but again, it's a level maybe not too, because here we have a BOS, the price coming here, taking out the liquidities and going up. Even though it's a level, again, it's not really quite substantial, maybe showing us a likelihood of maybe potential reversals from there. But not a level that you can use in terms of taking entries. Okay, so if you look at it from that particular point, so the first thing that I'll be looking at, this level has been tested severally. So it has been a support level, a key support level around 364, right? That 364 and that 326, it has been a key support level. Again, look at it this way. So we have the high here, the low here, and the high here. The price has stopped with the optimal trade entry. So meaning that we might be able to see more higher prices. Where will the price be coming to? So I'll be looking at the price now revisiting this level, right? Revisiting this level that we have here. This level here, which might give us some selling opportunities from this particular point. Okay, so let me delete that. So this level here is what is likely to give us some cells. Okay, so because if you look at it, we have these support, we have this trend line, which is the resistant. So meaning that price might draw a wick to these levels, then we see a push on the downside. Or in case this level is violated, then the next level that we'll be looking at is this particular point here, where maybe we'll be looking at some buying opportunity. So this is what I'm talking about. Let me mark it precisely. So I'm looking at some potential sales if price comes to that particular level. Okay, so if price breaks this level, right, so I'll be looking at some potential buys. Okay, and then at this particular point here, I'll be looking at some potential sells. And if the price breaks this level here, I'll be looking at some potential buying opportunity, and maybe probably now targeting the all-time high, 337.07.5555. Okay, so remember, gold really follows a structure. Okay, I remember previously, it really respects structure. I remember previously I did a video on the some things that I look at when I'm trading gold, and I'm going to tag this video, that video in this video as well, so that you can revisit and check, and you're able to eyeball your entries. Okay, so even from this level yesterday we were able to buy here, right? I remember after this drop yesterday we got some entries here, some good buying opportunities at this particular level, even though also I was eyeballing some sales here because we had already had a POS, so I was looking at the price coming to this order block here, but I missed these sweet sales here. I missed them yesterday, these sales here, but I was able to get some buying opportunity from this particular point. I remember sharing that these buys here via Discord. Okay, so and someone was asking why did I buy here? So of course, taking out liquidities, then we have an OB there. So definitely, it was a very nice buy, right? It was a very nice buy. Okay, because even though we were bearish, gold really respects structures. Okay, so the key thing is for you to be able to mark the OBs, right? And then now you are able to eyeball your entries accordingly, right? So that's what I'll be looking at for gold today. Remember it's last day of the month, so make sure that you don't get trapped into the markets. Okay, so trade cautiously, be disciplined, and also remember to trade with purpose, right? So thank you, and again, as we are entering into the weekend, make sure that you take some time to review your trades. Make sure that you take some time to analyze also how your next week will be. Okay, how the coming week, how you're planning the coming week to be, and that's how you become successful in trading. So you journal, you evaluate your journal, and also you forecast the next week. Okay. So with that, remember to always trade with purpose, stay disciplined, and stay focused.